Good heavens, it's raining little girls. If you wonder what it'll be like as a maid all your life, just have a talk with Auntie. Already you're like two ends of the same piece of string. She has a broken hip and you have your broken arm. Perhaps one day you'll even look like a man just the way Auntie does.
Why, it's too pretty of a day to be so unhappy. Stand up a moment. Here you are, a beautiful girl with nothing on earth to be ashamed of, and yet you're afraid to look at me. Someone has been cruel to you, or perhaps life has been cruel to you.
I don't know, sir.
Well, none of us in the world find as much happiness as we should. Sweet plum or cherry?
Do you mean to eat?
Well, I passed a vendor moments ago selling shaved ice with syrup on it. Take this coin and buy one.
Now, Chio, isn't it? Why don't you tell me how you managed to get out of your Kia this afternoon? I'm sure Miss Nita doesn't appreciate her maids leaving in the middle of the day for personal business. You think I'm trying to scold you, but I'm only interested in knowing if you've gotten yourself into trouble by coming here.
No, ma'am. I'm supposed to be on an errand fetching kabuki magazines and shimmies and strings.
Well, I've got plenty of those. Go fetch some. Take them with you when you go back to your Kia, and no one will wonder where you have been. Now tell me something. When I went by there to pay my respects, I saw another girl your age.
That must be Pumpkin.
This Pumpkin girl, how does she and Hatsumomo get along?
Well, ma'am, I suppose Hatsumomo pays her no more attention than she would that of a leaf that has fluttered into the courtyard.
Poetic, a leaf fluttering into the courtyard. Is that how Hatsumomo treats you as well? You need an answer. I know perfectly well how Hatsumomo treats you, about like a serpent treats its next meal.
If I may ask, ma'am, who has told you?
No one has told me so. I've known Hatsumomo since we were little girls.
I don't know what I did to make her hate me so.
No one understands Hatsumomo, but I want to talk about you. Your teachers were telling me you were doing so good in your classes until you stopped attending them. You tried to run away, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. I had a sister. We were separated, but we managed to find each other. We were supposed to meet on a certain night to run away together, but then I fell off the roof and broke my arm.
I'm sure you're a clever girl, Chio, but that was not your cleverest of moments.
I suppose I'm like a river that is washed up against a dam, and that dam is Hatsumomo.
That's probably true, but sometimes the river washes away the dam.
In that case, what should I do?
Go back to your Kia, Chio, and tell no one that we've talked. Miss Nita, I do hope you forgive me for disturbing you on such a busy day. I'd like to talk to you about your maid, Chio.
Our maid Chio could be a bit of a nuisance. I hope she isn't troubling you.
No, nothing like that. If I may ask, Miss Nita, is she quite well?
Oh yes, as healthy as a young sapling, and every bit as unruly if I do say so.
Yet she isn't taking lessons any longer. How puzzling.
I can't afford to invest money in just anyone, and once I realized how poorly suited Chio was.
I'm quite certain we're thinking of two different girls.
Are you certain her name is Chio? Chio-chan, come in here a moment. This is our Chio.
The very girl I was thinking of. I'm happy you look so healthy.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very well.
Thank you, Chio.
I must say, at times I've thought of coming to ask your permission to make her my younger sister, but now that she's no longer in training.
A geisha as popular as you could have any apprentice in the Gion as your younger sister.
I don't know what has led you to this decision, but I can't express how grateful I am.
Don't be grateful just yet. Nothing has happened. Several years ago, I took on two new younger sisters. One worked very hard, but the other slacked off. I brought her here to my apartment one day and explained that I would not tolerate laziness. But it had no effect. The following month, I told her to go find herself a new older sister.
I promise you such a thing will never happen to me. I would never forgive myself for disappointing you.